An interesting conversation on psychology, dating, and abortion.
You are beginning with a premise that all of our organs are just undifferentiated resources to which any of us might be entitled. And that's a novel view. It's a view held by, I guess, some rather extreme liberals or materialists, but it's not a view held by me. I don't think that it's all just undifferentiated flesh. I think that things like organs have both form and matter. So there's the matter, there's the flesh, there's the stuff, but then there's the form, which tells you about what that thing is. And so my liver might look a lot like your liver, but they're different livers. One's mine, for instance, and one is yours. So you don't have a right to mine, and I don't have a right to yours, because your liver is for you, and my liver is for me. And we all know this, and we all act that way. That's why you're not coming up here and attacking me and ripping my kidneys out and selling it on a market in Wuhan or something like that. But we pretend that we don't believe these things because it helps to advance an argument which is totally indefensible and unnatural, namely that we ought to kill a baby or something like that.
So your organs are for you and you alone. You get to decide what to do with them. But a woman doesn't get that choice about her womb, about her ovaries.
Well, the baby is not
uterus.
an organ of
No,
hers. A baby is an individual human being.
So you get to make choices about your internal organs, but a living, breathing woman does not.
Well,
okay, I understand.
No, I don't think you do understand, because I don't think you understand very well at all, unfortunately, because you're suggesting that the baby is an organ of the woman, which is preposterous, obviously. You know, the baby is differentiated from organs by its DNA, by how it will develop, by, I don't think she's listening to the rest of my answer. Matt! You know what that was like? That girl knows something so smart, which is, when I was a young man, a single guy, right, the best way that you could really, if you liked a girl and, you know, the girl was seeing some other guy, the best way you could needle the guy is by getting the guy's name right. You say, hey, you know, how's Mark doing these days? Oh, actually, his name is Mag. Oh, yeah, whatever.
So, of course, this is an interesting conversation about abortion, and we've had these conversations over and over again. But the best part about the young liberal is she thinks she's made a point. It was in the middle of the conversation, right? She thinks she has made a zinger. But, I mean, that's like the basic lowest common denominator argument she was making. And then when she thinks she has it, she just walks away, doesn't listen anymore, and calls him by the wrong name. And that's when this clip gets actually funnier. It's saying, oh, wow, you think you really had a gotcha moment by calling me by the wrong name, don't you? And I will give her a modicum of respect here. You know, she wasn't screaming, she wasn't yelling, she wasn't completely unhinged, but she didn't stay for the remainder of the argument. And I think if young women who have been brainwashed by their colleges, you know, they're always young white women that aren't thinking about how racist and terrible Planned Parenthood is, but that's another conversation that we've had many times and we'll likely have again. But, you know, she's been brainwashed to think that she can do whatever she wants with a living baby, but she left right in the middle of the conversation. And I think if you want to have meaningful discourse, you have to be calm, you have to listen to logic, you have to have back and forth in discourse, but you don't get to walk away in the middle of the conversation and then say that someone isn't worth listening to. And it's a shame what's happening on our college campuses. Every form of brainwashing is happening. Basically, every teacher you're going to have is going to be a stark, raving liberal. And I don't know why we're spending so much money sending our children to these places that basically bankrupts us and has our children coming home hating us. I think we should all really rethink how our college system is working. And I know this isn't supposed to be a conversation about college, but she appears to be a young college-educated female. Anyway, this was fun to watch, see the end get a little lighter there, and how he was just able to pivot and get a few laughs. And more on this topic always to come, because it always seems to be relevant. But I will say this: if you're a young female and you're an abortion primarily or abortion only voter, all I'm going to say to you is this: wake up. Our country is falling apart. We have a lot bigger fish to fry.